Welcome to yoga. Happy New Year. Welcome back. We are going to begin practice today on our backs in Shavasana posture. So take a little time to get comfortable on your back. I'm going to be seated, but get comfortable on your back. And this is going to be our centering posture, so it's not the instructions for Shavasana, it's centering. And I'd like to start with a quotation from T.S. Eliot that's been a favorite of mine for a long time. And I realize that it really applies to yoga practice too. So it goes like this. We shall not cease from exploration, and the end of our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the first time. So in my yoga training, the head teacher described yoga this way, as passionate self-inquiry and surrender. So the inquiry reminded me of the exploration in T.S. Eliot's phrase that our yoga practice is self-inquiry, and it is, while we're practicing, we're really exploring our inner landscape. We're increasing our self-awareness and discovering new things about ourselves, especially in the asana practice on the level of the body, but not only that, body, mind, and spirit. And the surrender part is just seeing things as they are, accepting the truth, the reality, and then if change is what you want, then you build from there. So I'm going to kind of frame our practice today in that sense of exploration. So start, as we always do, by centering. So moving your awareness from external to internal, your own unique self, your own unique body. And bring your awareness in and start with a body scan, top to bottom or bottom to top, just scanning, seeing in your mind's eye each body part, and just briefly bringing your awareness there and noticing sensation, tension, noticing anything that comes to you as you focus, and moving through your body, all front, back, side, both sides, all around. Just scan and see where you are as you start practice. And as you're doing this, always have compassion, not judgment. Just accept what is there today. When you have scanned your body, just look inside, see what emotions might be there. It's kind of hard to notice emotions, but notice how maybe they feel in your body. Emotions have a felt sense in your body. So tension, anxiety can feel like a tightness. Joy can feel like a lightness. So just you'll practice and get better at identifying what emotions you might be carrying around. So just see today if you can feel in your body any emotions. And also notice the state of your mind, whether it's agitated or stable, calm. Notice the state of your mind, all without judgment, just setting your baseline, knowing where you're starting from at the beginning of practice. And then bring your attention to your breath, and again, notice how your breath is as the practice begins. And then choose a pranayama that works for you today. It could be very simple, just evening out of your breath, equal inhale, exhale, or if there's another pranayama we've done that you especially liked and perhaps practice on your own, do that. It could be the 4-2-4-2, where you take a pause between equal inhale, exhale, alternate nostril breathing, longer exhale. So just choose the pranayama that works for you today, and we'll take just a couple minutes to work with the breath. Free the breath up. Just as you're working with your breath, have your awareness be right on that breath, feeling it move in your body, whichever pranayama you're using. Feel the breath. If you're taking a pause, feel the stillness. Notice what happens when everything is quiet and still. And take a couple more rounds of your pranayama. And when you've completed a couple of rounds, just return to a slow, deep, even breath, the breath that you can maintain during practice. And take a moment to create an intention. So New Year's is a time often when we set goals, resolutions for the whole year. But in your practice, when you create an intention, it's just for that practice. But it's a very powerful way of getting what you want from the practice. So set your intention, what you'd like to take away today from your practice, or you can dedicate your practice to someone or something else. And then we're going to begin practice standing up today. So best way for you, come up perhaps through downward facing dog, walking your feet to your hands into forward bend at the front edge of your mat, and come all the way up to standing. And we'll begin our practice in mountain pose. So feet are hip width apart, toes a little, maybe big toes a little closer together. And start from your foundation up. Foundation is the four corners of your feet, so you're evenly balanced on your feet. And just build up, so pressing into your feet, activating your legs, and tuck in your tailbone. Then shoulders are going to be over the hips, over the ankles. Lift your shoulders, bring them back so your chest is open, shoulder blades a little closer together on the back. Externally rotate your arms, activate your arms by spreading your fingers and reaching gently down toward the floor. And then lifting up through the crown of your head, ears over shoulders. Close your eyes if you have the balance. And let go of any effort not needed. So the aim here is Sthira Sukham, stability with ease. No extra effort. Relax all around your scalp, your forehead, smooth out your forehead. Let those worry lines recede. Let your eyes sink down, cheeks be heavy, little space between your teeth so your jaw is relaxed. Relax your throat. Let your shoulders come down from your ears. And just breathe. Just a few rounds of slow, deep, even breath. Feeling the breath as it comes in through your nose, all the way down, filling your lungs. And the exhale, equally as important. Slow, deep, even exhale. Releasing all you don't need. One more breath. And then let your eyes open. Keep your finger bases spread. Keep pressing down into the soles of your feet. And inhale your arms up, overhead, palms touch. Exhale right down the midline to Anjali Mudra. Thumbs together, index fingers together, make a triangle with your hands, and then inhale, press away. Exhale, pull back. 2-breath vinyasa. Inhale, hands up, palms touch. Exhale down the midline. Inhale, triangle, push away. Exhale, pull back. Flip your palms up 2 more times to your own breath. It's perfectly fine to keep your eyes closed if that works. Stay with your feeling mind. Explore your sensations. And the next time you come to the end of the second breath, let your arms come back to your sides. And we're going to open our shoulders up with some swimming arms. So inhale your right arm up, around and back. A few more times just on the right side, like you're doing a half backstroke. Your gaze can follow your hands. Move slowly. And the next time your hand comes down by your hip, pause, reverse your circles, so back and forward like the crawl. Be aware of sensation through the whole range of movement of your shoulder. And the next time your hand comes down by your side, pause, and we'll do that on the left side. So left arm goes up as you inhale, back around as you exhale. Notice any differences in this side. My shoulder feels really different on this side, so have compassion through any place that might feel a little sticky. Move slowly, modify so it's not painful. Pause and reverse your circles. And the next time your hand comes down by your side, pause. And we're going to do some half sun salutations with chair. So this will be a 3-part vinyasa, kind of warming us up, getting the energy going. So start with your foundation, feet hip width. Spread your palms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you want to. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins, lengthen out, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, before you bring your upper body up, set your hips back, a little more weight in the heels. Inhale, chair. Exhale all the way up and hands around to Anjali Mudra. A few more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen 2 directions. Exhale, fold. Inhales, hips go back. Upper body comes up. Exhale all the way around. Do 2 more in time to your own breath. Moving slowly, letting the breath initiate the movement. Keep your feet, legs, arms active, fingers spread. Okay, the next time you come to chair pose, pause. We're going to hold chair pose, so get stable here. You can have any arms you want. You can have your hands on your hips, goalpost arms, clasp behind your back, overhead. Any arms that feel right for you. So settle into your feet, strong feet. This is a strong pose. Core is active, so you're tucking your tailbone a little bit. Strong legs. And then inhale, come all the way up and hands back to Anjali Mudra. And just reset in mountain pose. Reconnect with your breath, close your eyes, feel the energy moving around. Come back to your breath, slow, deep, even. And then open your eyes, and we're going to do some balance poses. So start by just rocking up onto your toes and back onto your heels. Getting your ankles active here. And remembering that recovering from coming out of balance is an important practice for your body. So, and keeping the joints a little soft, not locking, helps you to recover if you're going to come out of balance. And we're going to do a moving balance first. So inhale as your arms come up, fingers spread, come up onto your toes. As you exhale, come down with as much control as you can. So just practice. Have your drishti, something you're looking at that's not moving. Lightly engage your core. And remember not to lock your knees. If you feel comfortable with the moving part, you might inquire into holding. It's your practice. Do what your body's telling you, what feels right to you today. And remember, it's a practice. The more you do it, the better you get, and coming out is not failure, it's practice, recovery. Okay, then bring that to stillness. Shake out your legs a little bit. And we'll do a held posture of tree pose. Let's start by having the weight go into the right foot. So just press down into the right foot, come onto your left toe. So we're going to go slowly. Get a stability at each point before moving on to the next. So if you feel stable here, then you can externally rotate your left leg and bring the foot to your calf or your thigh. Make sure you have your drishti, a soft gaze at something that's not moving. If you feel comfortable here, then you can bring your arms into it. Any movement, you can have your arms moving. You can move your gaze up toward the ceiling, or even take a twist to one side. So find what's right for you today. And we'll just take about another half a minute to explore tree pose on this side. Remember to have a playful attitude. Maybe a little smile on your face helps. If your mat is too springy, I've got two here and they're kind of springy, you could step off. And then come out with as much control as you can and shake it out. We'll do the left side. So weight comes into your left foot. You want to make sure your hip doesn't jut out. So not locking it, but just firming it up. Come up onto your right toes. Find the balance there. And then go deeper. Don't have to do what you did on the other side. And play with your mountain pose on this side. Explore, try something new. Don't lock up, keep a little flexion in your knee, your hip. You might be moving around a little bit, that's your body adjusting to balance. A few more seconds. And now come out with as much control as you went in. And turn to face the long edge of your mat. Step your feet wide apart. Feet are parallel. Maybe the toes a little turned in, but not turned out. Lengthen up through the crown of your head as you push down through your feet. Take your hands to your hips. We're going to hinge forward with a long, straight spine right at the hip creases. So lengthen out through your crown of your head as you come forward. You can have a block in front of you here to rest your hands on. So halfway down, you might be able to bring your feet a little further apart. So take a few breaths here. Lengthen back through your tailbone, out through the crown of your head, down through both feet. And then you can, once you've gotten the full flexion at your hips, you can bring your chest and head down, rounding your back a little bit. Make sure your neck is loose. You can shake your head yes and no. Tilt your tailbone. Take a few breaths in wide leg forward bend. Your inner thighs are rolling back. That opens the back of your sacrum to give you some more movement there, more space. And then come up halfway, long spine, walk your hands over toward your right foot. If you want to make it even more of a twist, you can bring your right arm up, bring your right shoulder back, or you can keep your hands down. And then walk your hands back to center. Inhale here, then exhale, walk your hands over to the left, opening up the twist if that agrees, or just keeping your hands down. Remember, this is your practice. Listen to your body, modify so that you get the most out of it. Inhale, come back to center. Lift up halfway, strong, flat back. Bring your hands to your hips and push into your feet. Come all the way up. Step your feet together. Mountain pose. Just for a few breaths. Reset before we transition to the next pose. Close your eyes. Come back to the breath. Feel sensation. And open your eyes. If you've closed them, step your feet wide apart again. Pick up your left heel and pivot it back toward the back corner of your mat. Pivot on the right heel so your right toes come toward the other edge of the mat, short edge. Square your shoulders to the long edge of the mat. Inhale, arms shoulder height. Check to see that your arms are level, fingers are spread. And an inhale, reach to the right, and exhale, pivot, circle around, come into triangle pose. Your right hand can go to the floor, a block, your leg, left arm up. So you want your spine to be long, so you're not going to collapse down through your right side. Long spine, upper body, reaching out through the crown of your head. Press into your back foot. Energetically move your thighs together. Your gaze can be up, straight ahead, or down at your right foot. Look for stability, but let go of any effort anywhere that you don't need. Relax your face. Come back to your breath. Slow, deep, even breath. One more. And inhale, come all the way up. Parallel your feet again. And we'll do triangle pose on the other side. So back heel pivots, left toes toward the right, the short edge of your mat. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Arms up shoulder height. Inhale, reach out. Let your left hand come down, right arm go up. So you want to have that, keep moving the right shoulder back so you're not bending forward. Not too much weight in the left hand, whatever it's resting on. Just lightly resting. You want to use your torso muscles to hold that upper body up. Come back to your breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Maybe get a little deeper into the pose. 2 more breaths. Inhale, come up. Bring your feet together. And take a couple rounds of half sun. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Oh, I forgot the half lift. Sorry. Do that again. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Okay, one more, just like that. Time to your own breath. You can do chair if you want, or just the half lift and then come up. And then we'll come back to wide-legged stance. Same foundation. We're going to do warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. So we'll start with the right toes toward the short edge of the mat. Feet are on the same line. The difference is we're going to bend right knee over the right ankle. So the feet are in the same position, but we've got a bent leg. Arms, let's start with the arms, the hands together at heart space. Inhale. Exhale, arms out. Your spine is coming straight up from the pelvis, not leaning forward, not leaning back. So lengthen up through the crown of your head, down through both feet, out through your arms. Check to see that you can see your big toe on your right foot, and then take your gaze over the middle finger of your right hand. Warrior two. Feel your foundation, feel energy out through both, equally through both fingers, tips, down into the earth through both feet, up through the crown of your head. Come back to your breath. Feel stable, no extra effort. How's your face? Relax it. Relax your jaw. Keep your breath slow, deep, even. One more breath. And then bring your hands back to heart space. Pivot your toes, and we'll do warrior two on the other side. So right heel pivots back, left toes toward the long edge. Find your place, your stance where your knee is right over your ankle. Square your shoulders. Oh, start at heart space. And then arms out shoulder height. Press down into your feet. Turn to look over the middle finger of your left hand. Feel how any sensations in your body. Notice any differences on this side. Breathe. Slow, deep, even. Inhale, lengthen out. And up and down. Exhale, soften. 2 more breaths. Inhale, bring your hands back to your heart center. Pivot your feet. Step your feet together. Do 2 more half suns. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. We're just going to do 1. Inhale, arms down to heart center. And back to mountain pose. So feel the energy. Close your eyes if you can. Make sure you're aligned. Your arms are active, legs are active, but no clenching. Check your face, relax. On the exhale, let the shoulders melt down from the ears. Maybe open your chest a little more. Come back to your breath. Stay in your feeling mind. Remember your intention. And then if you're not already there, come to the front edge of your mat. We're going to transition down to our bellies. So inhale, arms up, reach up. Exhale, swan dive. Step back into downward facing dog. Pedal your feet a little bit in down dog. And then inhale, come to your knees. Walk your hands about 1 hand width length ahead and bring your shoulders over your wrists. Keep your firm up your, bring your navel toward your spine, so firm up your core. Bend your elbows and slowly come down onto your chest, keeping your elbows right next to your body. Chin, chest, and then the last to come down are your hips. So come to your forearms. So your elbows are right under your shoulders. Palms are spread, or we're going to do a dolphin plank. So I like to have my hands clasped. Come to your, tuck your toes. And on an inhale, make sure your core is strongly engaged. Lift up into a dolphin plank. So you not long spine, press out through your heels, press out through the crown of your head. Internally rotate your thighs. Strong core. So just breathe here. Face is relaxed. Whenever you need to, when effort turns to struggle, come down, take a few breaths, rest, and then come back into your dolphin plank. So this is a pose that's really great for increasing your core strength. You build it 1 breath at a time. And then come down, rest your forehead on your stacked hands. Just take a few breaths, release everything, feel the energy. Now bring your forehead to the mat, zip your legs together. You're on the top of your feet. Forehead on the mat, bring your arms down by your sides, palms facing in. On an inhale, press your pelvis into the mat, lift your legs together, your arms, your upper body, your head, doesn't matter how far. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift, locust pose, dynamic, moving. Option to hold. If you choose to hold, let your breath on the inhale lift a little bit. Exhale, soften. Your gaze is down to the mat. Then release. Come onto your right cheek. Take your right arm straight out to the side, at shoulder height, palm face down. Right leg is straight out, you're on the top of your foot. Bend your left arm to make a goalpost arm, and bend your left leg to mirror that. So you've got a right angle between your upper arm and lower arm and your upper leg and lower leg. Resting on your right cheek, just let everything go. And your body is totally supported. Just release, let everything sink right into the mat just for a couple breaths. Then inhale very gently, bring your cheek, come onto your other cheek, your left cheek, and we'll do the other side. So now your left arm out shoulder height, palm down, left leg straight, right arm bent at right angles, right knee bent. Same thing. Release. Just let everything sink right down into the mat. Close your eyes. And then bring your head back to center. Put your arms under your shoulders and bring yourself up to all fours. We're going to just bring our legs out to the side, come around onto our bottoms and lower down onto your back. Bring your arms out shoulder height, palms face up. Your feet can be near your hips. They can be hip width apart or wider out to the edge of the mat. Take a few rounds of windshield wipes. So inhale in the center, exhale knees to one side. Inhale center, exhale belly and knees to the other side. Your gaze can go with the knees or against the knees or stay neutral. And the next time your knees come to the right, pause. We'll hold the twist. Make any modifications so that this twist feels great for you. If you want more weight, you can take your outside foot onto the inside knee for a little more weight. You can move the knees together, apart, so find what feels just great on this side for you. So about another minute. Exhale, release. Find release somewhere on the exhale. Soften. Bring your awareness to a place that feels tight, and as you exhale, consciously release. You can also send the inhale to the place where you feel the most amount of stretch. Create some space there. Now inhale, bring your knees to center. Exhale to the other side. Modify, this side will be different. You do not have to have the same configuration, so make it yours. Make it the position that you will get the most out of, feels the best. Come back to your breath, focus on your breath. Keep your awareness in your body. Notice what's happening as you hold the twist. See what you can discover. Exhale, just release. Let go of something somewhere. Inhale, bring your knees back to center. Draw them into your chest. And just rock around your pelvis, maybe circles, side to side. You can make circles with your knees around your hips. So take any movement here that feels good. I want to take a happy baby. And then bring both legs straight, feet are flexed up toward the ceiling. Raise your arms are straight, fingertips toward the ceiling. Just rotate your ankles and wrists. And then the other way. Flex and extend. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And then take any last movement you want to that your body's asking for before moving into Shavasana. The Shavasana of your choice. Just make sure you're comfy, cozy, you're warm enough. You're symmetrical, and we're using as little effort as possible. Your body will breathe itself, so really you don't have to have any effort. And we're going to be in Shavasana for 5 minutes. It's a nice long time, although they say the yoga class I just took said 5 to 10. So if you want to stay in Shavasana longer than 5 minutes, you can pause and join back. Make sure you join back for the ending though, because it's going to make the complete class, especially this time. So anyway, settle into your Shavasana. Feel the support of your body by whatever it's resting on. Relax into that. Know that you're safe, supported, and just surrender. Surrender to let everything go. If your mind starts to intrude, as it will, your mind's job is to keep thinking, so just know that that's going to happen. Just notice the thoughts, let them pass on by. Keep your focus inward and on your breath and your feeling, mind, your body sensations, and your breath. gently bring your awareness back to the space. But before we come out of Shavasana, I'd like to literally return to where we started in our centering, and just for a minute do a body scan like we did when we started. So just briefly bringing your awareness to all the parts of your body, noticing with compassion and non-judgment, sensation. Notice your emotional tone, your feeling tone. Notice the state of mind, your state of mind after practice, after exploring. Notice your breath. We shall not cease from exploration. And the end of our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the first time. So, in this journey of discovery, this practice, yoga practice today, we ended where we started, and perhaps you discovered something new or remembered something or knew something for the first time. Bring some movement into your fingers, your toes. Maybe rock your head gently side to side. Stretch. Bring your knees into your chest. And come on to your side just for a couple breaths. And then using your arms, bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. With your eyes closed, spine tall, bring your palms together, thumbs at your heart space. Bow gently. Bow to your efforts today, to new beginnings, to being willing to explore your inner landscape. Perhaps come to new understanding of yourself, new self-awareness. Perhaps decide to make some changes or to be grateful for the wonderful ways that your body supports you. And I am glad to welcome you back to yoga for a new year. And the light and teacher in me bows to and honors the very same light and teacher in each of you. Namaste. Happy New Year. I'm actually recording this on New Year's Eve, so we've already experienced that. So thanks for coming, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.